Hello friends. Hello friends. Today we are here to demonstrate to you the capabilities of geometry in solving life problems. Okay, I will tell you one situation and the geometry will help us solve it. Okay, imagine you are in a jungle. You have a tent set up and you have strayed far from the tent. Now you have to get water and water is there in the river. So you have to walk to the river and get back to your tent. The problem is this is the task. Now, obviously, we want to walk the shortest distance. So, the task is to find the shortest distance where you are now to the river and then getting back to the tent. This is shortest distance we have to find. And let us see if geometry can help us. If you look at the screen, this is your position. See, this is where you are standing. This is where your tent is, and this is where the river is. Okay, this is river, and this line, this thick blue line, it denotes the river bend. So the task is from the position where you are, you go to the river, get water, and get back to the tent. What is the shortest distance or shortest path that you should follow? This is the task. Common sense says, oh, very simply, if you have 2 points and you want to find the shortest path between these 2 points, the line is the shortest path, right? So let us apply that thinking here. You are here and the river is here. So the shortest path is what? Go straight to the river, take water, go to the tent. So this is common sense. But is this common sense approach the most effective approach, the most efficient approach? Let us explore that. And if it is not the most effective approach, then what approach we should take? So we will see the common sense approach, the straightforward approach. So you are here at sea, you go straight to the river, and where you meet the river bank, you take water from here and go to the tent. When we do mathematics, we measure the distance so that we have a something to compare. Our next result we will compare with this one. So first option we consider is going straight and hitting the river at 90 degree. You see this alpha? This is 90 degree. Like this angle is 90 degree. So from here we go straight and meet the river at this point. This angle is 90 degree. From here to here, the distance comes out to be 3.14 units. Call it meter, call it kilometer, that we will decide later. It is not of much importance to you. You take the water and then go to the tent. This distance is 8.69. The total distance comes to this added to this equal to this is 11.833. Make a note of it somewhere so we know what is our common sense approach is leading us to. वैसे तो the shortest distance is this between these two, C and T. If we could make a straight line, but there is no water in between. For water, we have to go to the river. So this is why this approach we have to take. So this is approach number one, and our answer to this is 11.83 units. This is the distance. Now, could there be any other approach? Could there be any other way to do it? In mathematics, these are the questions that we consider. This is why I am interested in mathematics. I am interested in mathematics because it gives us different approaches to handle life issues, handle a thing, different approaches. So let me experiment and try. I am not satisfied with this common sense approach, and at least I want to see if this common sense approach is the most efficient approach, is the most effective approach. Does this common sense approach lead to the shortest path between where I am now to the river and back to the tent? Is it the shortest distance? I want to know it. Hope you are also interested in it. If you are interested, let us see what we can do about it. So we already know that distance is 11.8, but can we try to find if this is the only distance or there could be more or less or there is any? There is one way of doing it is, see, we cannot change the position, see, where we are. We are where we are. We can't change T, where we have to go. The tent. Tent is where the tent is. What we can change? The change can only happen the point where we are hitting the river. Where we are hitting the river, that point can change. So why don't we change the point and see what the effect is? Okay, see here. This is the point at which we are hitting, and here two things you have to observe. One is this angle 90 degree, that is this angle. And this is the angle at which you are hitting the river. Straight because it is the shortest path. Fine. So we call it alpha. Alpha is a Greek letter. It denotes A, but most of the time you would find that angles are denoted mostly by alpha. It's a beautiful word. Letter. So we also call it alpha. Alpha Charlie. So alpha is 90 degree. Now, there is another thing. When you hit the river, then you go to the tent. From this point, you are going to the tent. So you are at an angle, right? And this angle we call it beta, just for the sake of, because beta comes after alpha and beta are used for denoting two angles. Now we do some fun exercise. It is fun. Mathematics is not, don't think that it is always serious business. Now we will play. We will play changing this point where we hit the river. Okay, this river where we are hitting is this point. This is a simulation in the computer that we can change this point. And when we change the point, you observe two things. One, how this distance is changing from where you are to the river. This distance is changing. And from here to the tent, this distance is changing. And how the sum of these two are changing. So generally speaking, you consider only three things. One, the total distance, you just keep watch. Is it going up or is it going down? When it is going down, we will see, is it going up, and we will find an optimum balance. And second, this angle. This angle is just of interest to us, because if it is not 90 degree, then what is the angle? Because common sense says just go and hit it straight. So we would watch this. So we start moving it to the left first. If you are moving to the left, that means you are going away from the tent and away from where you are. So the common sense says this distance would be more. Let us see. So we move this away. Ah, yes, very right. The distance has gone up to 14.25. And angle, you see, it is very high. So no. This is not going to work. Now we go towards the tent on your right, but we have to be on the river bank because that's where we have to go. So as I am moving from 90 degree here, you see the 11.4 is reducing and this distance is reducing. Wow. So we keep moving further, 11.16. Now you see it is 10 now. 10. Angle from 90 degree, it has gone to 70 degree. And here you see this angle is increasing, this angle is reducing. We are approaching this way. So let us do more. We are not satisfied with this. We keep moving. Look, 10.3 now. Earlier, you remember what it was? 11.8. Keep moving, 11.1, 11, 10.14, my goodness. And one more thing I am observing here, very interesting, is that this angle and this angle are, you see, this length and this length are almost becoming equal now. As they are approaching equality, the distance is reducing. See, it has become 10.14 now. I will move it and try to make these two angles same, because this is just, we observed that these two angles, when they are approaching equality, the distance is reducing. If this angle is reducing, the distance, total distance is reducing. So, very good, 40, 39 degrees, 38 degrees. Now I will make it equal and let us see. I think we are still going down. We are still going down. 35, 32, 33, 35. Approximately both are 34 degrees. See, surprise. Interesting thing. 10.06 is the distance now. Angle here is 34 degree. Angle here is 34. Did you do any calculation? No, you did not do any calculation. What you did? You just asked questions and you played with the computer to find the answer. And now we have a beautiful result in front of us that we go 90 degree and go to this way, the distance is more. If we go at an angle and then we go, then the distance is less. It's an interesting observation. Mathematics is making a hypothesis. Any scientific process is like that. We make a hypothesis. We made a hypothesis that if we hit it at 90 degree, that would be good. Okay, we observed the results. We made a result, we made a record of the result that this is 11.83. We made a result observation and we recorded it. Then we thought, why always 90 degree? Can we change this position and see if it happens? What is it costing us? Nothing. So we moved the point and we found an interesting thing. The distance is less when we are hitting it at an angle. And see here, a beautiful observation. This is the discoveries that math should be done for, not for answering a question to some stupid textbook question that somebody has asked just to please them. We are answering it. No, this we are doing it to please ourselves. We are feeling interested in it. We want to find the answer, and this is our observation. This is our discovery. This is your discovery. So you generate your own questions and use mathematics to answer those questions. This is what we should be doing, not chasing the formulas. Did we use any formula here? A grade 2 person is at the same standing as a college level graduate doing this question. What did we do? Nothing. We did not use any arithmetic, any geometry here. We are using a common sense, back of the envelope calculation, nothing. This is why I encourage you all to not get scared with these questions. The real fun is in big questions. See here. Imagine your tent is on fire. Your tent is on fire. You have to rush to the river to get the water and douse the fire. See here, 10 kilometers only. Earlier it was close to 12. You saved 2 kilometers. Beautiful discovery. I consider it beautiful. You also tell me if you find it interesting. So here we have found that from C, if you hit the river bank at an angle of 34 degrees almost, this distance increases 5.56, but together this and this make up 10.06, almost 10 kilometers. So we have made a saving. So this is a good observation. The problem is we were using hit and trial method. So should we be satisfied now? Yes, we should be satisfied because we have done a good work. But as a scientist, as a practitioner of maths, we are not satisfied. Because I think that, you see, I don't like very much this 34.3179 here and 34.1147 here. It is not very satisfying because they are not equal. And moving the slider is, I'm not able to move it so accurately. So can we find this point, this point in any other way other than hit and trial and moving the slider? We are getting greedy. I admit we are getting greedy, but we should be greedy when we attend to questions like this. So I am curious if there is any other way of finding this point, because this point is the key. Once we have this point, from this point, I'll make a line to C, to this point, and from this point, I'll make a straight line to my tent, and my job is done. The only problem is finding this point. finding this point. Now, how we did? If we did it through experiment, through moving the slider, and the computer simulation helped us. Now, we will try to find it geometric. Now, you are small kids, now you don't know much geometry, it is fine, but I will help you, because whenever we do this kind of questions, we use what we know. Okay, what we know we use. But when we do this kind of big questions, we also end up learning a little more. There is no harm in it. So the next thing that I'm going to tell you is, maybe you will end up learning a little bit about geometry. There is a line here, imagine, and there is this line here. There is a very basic theorem in geometry. By looking also, you can say this angle and this angle would be same. There is no need for any textbooks to do it. Just make two lines, get your, protractor and measure it. Simple, no problem. Don't have to remember anything. Make two lines, make one line here and make one line here. Check. If here this angle and this angle is same or not. Okay, it will be same, because these are called vertical angles, and vertical angles are always the same. Same thing we will apply here now. Okay, let me erase it for you. Clear all drawings. Okay, so what we do? Again, two things we will apply. One is the vertical angle, and second is the theorem that between 2 points, 1 point and 1 point, the minimum distance is smallest and shortest distance is a straight line. Between 2 points, the only shortest distance is a straight line. If it is a curve, it is not a shortest distance. There could be many options, but shortest distance is a straight line. Again, back to this. Can we have a straight line between your position and the tent? No. There can be a straight line. There can be a straight line, but the problem is we have to go to the river also. So now we know that this is the answer. The only problem is finding this. Okay, there is one thing that we can do. What if this point comes somewhere in this line? This tent position, if it comes somewhere in this line, then it could be, then we can make a straight line. So imagine, now we go into another mode and we imagine this river as a mirror, because when I see this angle and this angle, it reminds me of a light beam hitting it and then going it, like your flashlight you show, it hits it, the mirror, and goes at the same angle, right? Reflection. So what we do here, this point, we think that this is a mirror, and we mirror this point here. Inside the mirror, that is our river. Okay, how we will do it? If we make the same angle, 34 degrees, okay, this is our position. Now I will go to the, and now we have reflected it inside the mirror. Suppose, imagine for a while, because in mathematics we don't have to really have the things in with us. That is the beauty of mathematics. Ramanujan did all his mathematics on a slate and a chalk and a notebook. That's all he did. You see, in science labs, they need huge $100 million piece of equipment, and in mathematics you don't need anything. You need imagination, a piece of paper and a pen. That is it. Everything in the world comes to you. Now we have brought the jungle here, we have brought the tent here, we have brought the river here. Everything. Okay, so imagine this, we have reflected it inside. If we reflect it inside, then our job is done, because this point can be connected to our position in a straight line. The job is done. And wherever this straight line hits the river, that's the point. Finished. So what we did, this T, we reflected it in the river, and wherever it was, we made a straight line wherever it was hitting. That is the point we are looking for. So our task is very clear now. From C, we make a dash to this point, and from here we make a dash to the 10. Our job is done. But let us see how much time we save. Is it same or not? See here, alpha is 34 degrees. Beta is also 34 degrees. See, both are same. 34 degrees, 34.20123, and here also same, 34.25, approximately the same. Okay, so this point to this point is 4.47, and from here to here is 5.5. Total is coming here. But you see here, this distance from here to here and from here to here is same, right? If it is the same, that means the distance from this point to this point is equal to distance from this point to this point to this point to this point. Because here to here, this distance is equal to this distance. So now we have found the total distance and the way to find the point of attack, let us call it. Okay, so this is how the geometry helped us in finding a solution to what is the shortest distance from the camper's position to her tent and the point at which we should go to get the pail of water. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, do ask. I will try to explain. I hope this video was clear, but many a times my videos are very big or long. If you have any questions, ask me. I'll be very pleased to explain it in other way. Okay. Here, one thing more I want to tell you. Look, the nature has so much in common with the common sense. You see that if you put consider this river as a mirror and there is a light beam coming this way, it will get reflected same way, isn't it? So the nature never fails to be efficient. Nature is the most efficient. Using mathematics, we are only learning the ways nature works. And nature is the most effective and most efficient. Thank you very much. See you again in the next video. Okay? Yeah, bye-bye.